you brought this up because you used to meditate, and I've started meditating. I guess my question is, how are you supposed to come from meditation? And if so, how much should I be coming?
I mean, when they say like reaching enlightenment, that's what they mean. It's you achieve a state of perpetual coming, and
So that's the goal.
it's amazing, but it's very dehydrating. You have to always have Gatorade.
Because I've been just doing and coming.
You know when you have people that are like, we're all one with the universe and all that, they start going on this. It's because they're coming. It's because they are in mid-orgasm right now, when we're all like, when they're saying stuff like, oh, there's no division between us, separation's an illusion, we're all a spectrum. It's because there's come
and
rocketing out of their balls.
Are you allowed, is it still counted as meditation if you do the first few strokes?
No.
Oh, is that just jerking
off?
That's
masturbating.
Yeah, but if you do the first 2 strokes and then reach enlightenment and just vigorously orgasm.
No.
And then our monks,
I mean,
just
some
freaks?
people, that's how they get there. Like when you see people on the subway, it's because they're trying to get there. They're trying to reach nirvana.
And they got rid of the material objects and just started vigorously masturbating in public to be one with others. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Couldn't you see that at base when they like give up their stuff, like give up materialism? That's one step. They realize how to become more spiritual, whatever. They reach enlightenment. You know, they're totally in the present. They're never distracted by any thoughts. And then I feel like the final step is they just start beating it. And they're like, oh, that does seem like the logical conclusion.
Can you imagine if all of meditation was built just to get better orgasms? Like a bunch of like monks are just like,
it's like lost in translation, but the last line of every Buddhist scripture is like, dude, then you come so fucking hard. It's insane.
Like it didn't start with these people that wanted to find inner peace. It started with people that were just jerked off a lot.
Yeah.
And they started like, dude, like I got rid of all my stuff and it made coming way easier.
They had to cut all the like those monks who can sit in the cold for so long. It's like they cut out all the other stuff they were doing. It's like, dude, I shoved pine cones in my ass. Like, I mean, I could come no matter what.
Dude, that's what they don't. You know that one picture of the monk on fire? That's what they don't tell you. That he was the orgasm that was divine. It was unreal.
Yeah, his last words were about how spicy this orgasm was.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like the putting yourself on fire for monks is the equivalent of people like doing autoerotic asphyxiation to come. They're like, most monks like, I wouldn't do it, but I get it. I get why you would.
It was a scheduling error. He thought somebody was going to pee him out, but no one did. He's like, guys, let's whip out this decks.
Could you imagine? You're like a monk, years and years of training, like you're finally like, I think it's like a cult. Like you're like level 7 or whatever, and then they open the room and it's just all these other just naked bald guys fucking jerking him really hard at each other. It's like, oh, this is a gay orgy group. It's like,
no. Again, it's a mistranslation. That like thing is like, oh, here it comes. I'm one with nature. Or I'm about to be.
That's how you reach enlightenment and nirvana. It's just a really long. Would that even be worth it if nirvana?
No. Enlightenment and nirvana are again mistranslations. What they're trying to say is come on your own stomach.
You imagine that Buddha was just a guy that just he didn't have to touch his dick anymore. It was just
that's
like a fountain.
Well, because he had to figure it out because he was so fat that he had to like. Guys, look at me, I'm coming.
He couldn't find his dick, so it was like, what do I do? It's like, I'll just reach pure enlightenment, so I don't need to touch my dick.
Yeah, I'll learn the universe so I can come while sort of still kind of sleeping.
And I think that's how they don't need women or they don't need any of that. They can just because they come so fucking hard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're so powerful that a woman would actually inhibit their orgasm.
Yeah, it would hurt them. The only
sublime orgasm.
Yeah, only cold weather and other bald dudes can allow them to perfectly reach the pinnacle.
No, I think the point is that nothing cold weather and other bald dudes, the thing which most inhibit orgasms doesn't inhibit it. They have exactly the same amount of orgasms, no matter how many bald men are watching and no matter how cold the temperature.
I would see a show that was just a monk going around the world to show where he could orgasm. Like in the Amazon, like a fucking python's biting. It's like, this isn't stopping me. It's actually making it easier. And he just goes over the steps of how to orgasm through a viper bite or something.
Yeah, they're like, you say when you get bit by a snake, you got to catch the snake. It's like, yeah, so you can jerk off to that snake. I bet though, in all seriousness, like an actual monk, those monks that can like withstand the cold weather.
Mhm.
Do you think you could goat them into masturbating? Be like, yeah, but bitch, you can't come though. But like, bitch, you can't come though. They're like, I will not be goaded by the. And they're like, all right, I'm just saying.
Could you imagine if it was like the opposite? Like you were like, you can't do it. And like, no, I can fucking do it. And they do it. And like, oh, all the enlightenment's gone.
Yeah, they're
Like a
regular.
mortal man. Yeah.
It turns out if you're really trying to reach enlightenment and you jerk off once, you go back to like just some asshole.
Yeah.
They like, fuck. Oh yeah, it comes back.
Yeah, someone told them about No Nut November, and they're like, no shit. I've been not nutting for 15 years. I have telekinesis.